We'll build this up a little bit more. I'm gonna go in with the blue brush that I used for the blues. I cleaned it off. I'm just gonna hit it with a little neomag lip, and I'm gonna put it, I'm gonna write in the dioxine purple, and you can actually see, I'm gonna actually start putting in, that's a little too bright, so I'm gonna dull it down a little bit with white. That's still too bright. This stuff is really potent. I'm gonna kill it a little more with white. Again, I'm sort of keeping it separate from the other colors. I don't want to mix anything in right now. I'm going to have it darker towards the front, and I'm going to mute it down towards as I go back. That's atmospheric perspective. Really dark right up front. Trying to not overlap with anything else right now. Okay, now back here you see it's actually getting lighter. That's again atmospheric perspective. I am going to cut it now with white. Some of the work that's not enough. A little more white. All right. So you see that's really muted. I muted it down. So I'm actually creating some atmospheric perspective here. Yeah.
So you muted that down with white.
Yeah. So I'm just using dioxine purple and white. And I muted it down, basically get some atmospheric perspective. And I muted it down going back. So it's darkest and brightest in the front, and it dulls down as I go back. Okay. All right, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in some, you notice I got some sort of dull greens in here. Now I just mixed some green here. This is really a dull green. It's basically, probably, if you take some phthalo green and some yellow ochre, you get this green. It's a real dull green. It's one of the greens that we mixed a couple weeks ago. And you can see it's not bright, it's dull. And I'm just sort of filling it in and over in some of the areas that I still have blank canvas, particularly near the edge of the forest back here where I have these aspens. Okay? And I'm going to put a little more, I'm just going to add a little bit to my stream here. Again, I want to repeat this color someplace. And there's some, imagine there's some algae in the stream, so I'm actually adding a little algae into the stream. Okay? So believe it or not, I pretty much have covered the canvas. Alright? And now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back in and start punching things up. Now I'm going to actually do some of the shrubs, the shrubby stuff in the following the stream. And what I'm going to use is I'm going to use some yellow ochre and some white. And mix a little mega blip in. And I'm actually going to start punching some of this scrubby stuff up. See, I'm actually, again, I'm using, this is the brush that I was used to for the yellows. And I'm putting it on pretty thick. I got some stuff here. I'm just overlapping the purples. I'm actually starting to overlap a few things now.
So you're giving it some structure.
Yeah, we're going to give it more in a second. I just want to get it started so you guys get an idea what's going on here. Again, there's a little bit back here. I dulled it down some more with white. And put a little, again, brighter and thicker up front. Now I'm actually starting to overlap a few things. I'm starting to actually dull down some of the purples with the yellows. Okay. Now the last thing I'm going to do, and I'll let you guys work on this for a while, is I'm going to go back in and hit the yellows of the trees one more time. So they're supposed to be sort of aspens, I guess. I'm hitting the side where the light is, so I'm trying to make this a little brighter.
Cadmium yellow with white, is that what that is?
This is cadmium, this is Hansa yellow or lemon yellow or cadmium yellow light. Or it could be, you can use cadmium yellow medium with a little white. I wouldn't put any white in, I just use cadmium yellow medium if you want. It's just to brighten up one side of this. And then I'm going to sort of just clean my brush off. There's a little bush here that I didn't put in, I'll put it in now. Again, I'm sort of just cleaning a few things off here. I'm starting to overlap some of the greens. Okay.